This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hi and welcome. You're watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of our best and brightest students here at United ISD. And today we have students from Salvador Garcia Middle School and Los Obispos Middle School. And we'll get to meet our students momentarily, but first let me introduce our guest host today, and that would be Mr. Joe Almazan, Director of Attendance here at United ISD. Thank you for joining us and welcome, sir.
Thank you for inviting us, and we look forward to a great competition between two outstanding schools at UISD.
Very good, sir. And if you could, just for the benefit of our students and our audience, just kind of briefly tell us what you do here at United ISD.
My primary job is to make sure that all our students at United ISD are correctly enrolled in our district, as well as monitor the attendance for our district. So, just welcome our students to our schools, fantastic schools, and I look forward to enjoying our great competition today.
Thank you, Mr. Almazan, and let's turn our attention now to our students. Representing Salvador Garcia Middle School, we have Luis and Maria. And Luis, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself, please. Just kind of hobbies or activities you like to do.
National New Year Society. I'm also in library club, and also I'm an AR reader.
Okay, very good. And Maria, what about you? Can you tell us about yourself, please?
I like to read and write stories in my free time.
Okay, and just what kind of stories, what kind of genre, I guess? Is it fantasy or just literature? What kind of stories you like to write?
Fiction.
Fiction, okay, very good. And representing Los Obispos, we have Alejandra and Alexis. And Alejandra, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Well, I am in band, and I usually like to draw or paint.
Okay, very good. And what instrument do you play in band?
I play the clarinet.
Okay, very good. And Alexis, what about you? What can you tell us about yourself, please?
My favorite, I have an interest in science, in cardiology.
Awesome.
And I'm also into technology.
All right, very good, very good. Well, students, we have an outstanding group of students here with us today. And before we start play, let me just briefly go over the rules. You guys are going to take turns spinning the wheel that you see behind you. It has questions in math, science, social studies, and language arts. Those questions are worth 5 points each. The category in red is called the wild turn category. Those questions are designed to be a little more challenging, so they're going to be actually worth 10 points. And of course, all questions here have a 1-minute time limit. And of course, once you run out of time, you're going to hear a certain chime or doorbell, and or a bell for that matter. And once you hear that, that means your time is up and you have to give us an answer. Now, if you answer wrong, or if you don't answer the question, the other team gets a chance to answer the question and possibly earn the points. So even though it's not your turn, it's a good thing to pay attention to the questions. So we held a little coin toss before the show, and Salvador Garcia Middle School is going to go first. So Luis or Maria, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And let's see. And our first spin of the day will be a math question for our students from Salvador Garcia Middle School.
There you go.
I'll take that. And you can go ahead and start reading, Mr. Oman.
Sure. Here's a question. What will it cost to buy ceiling molding to go around a rectangular room that measures 11 feet by 10 feet if the molding costs $3.31 per linear foot?
And this is a math question for our students from Salvador Garcia Middle School. And Mr. Almazan, if you just repeat, please.
Sure. Here's a question. What will it cost to buy ceiling molding to go around a rectangular room that measures 11 by 10 feet if the molding costs $3.31 per linear foot?
And of course, the choices are $72.82, B, $69.51, or C, $139.02. So just to repeat one more time, what will it cost to buy ceiling molding to go around a rectangular room that measures 11 feet by 10 feet? If the molding costs $3.31 per linear foot. And of course you see your three choices there in front of you. A is $72.82, B is $69.51, and C is $139.02. And you have up to a minute to answer, but if you guys can come to a conclusion before then, that'll be fine. You can give us your answer then.
It's B.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Los Obispos Middle School, do you have an answer for us, please?
C.
Sure. The correct answer is C, $139.02.
All right. Very good, Los Obispos Middle School. You're in the points, and it's also your turn at the wheel. So, Alejandra or Alexis, will one of you go ahead and spin that wheel for us, please? And the spin will come eventually to rest in the science
question.
subject area. That will be down here.
There you go. And here's a question. Which
your
part of
copy
an atom
and your
has a positive charge? Which part of an atom has a positive charge?
Go ahead and read the choices.
And the choices are A, a proton, B, a neutron, C, an electron, or D, a photon.
And if you're ready with an answer, you can go ahead and give it to us.
A.
A proton is correct.
All right, very good, guys.
Very good.
So that's another 5 points for you for Los Obispos. Salvador Garcia Middle School, will Luis or Maria spin that wheel for us, please? And we're going to ask you to just spin it one more time. It has to go around at least once, so. Okay, we have a science question.
Another
for
science question.
students.
There we go. Here's a question.
That's your copy and your copy.
A student can best use a spring scale to answer which question? A, how does salt affect water's density? B, what is the force needed to lift a 2-kilogram book by 3 meters? C, how much work is done when 2 students pull a rope in opposite directions? Or D, what is the average speed of a toy truck going down a 1-meter ramp at a 45-degree angle? Here's the question again. A student can best use a spring scale to answer which question?
And again, this is a science question for our students from Salvador Garcia Middle School.
B. Letter B. What is the force needed to lift a 2-kilogram book by 3 meters? Is correct. Congratulations.
So good job, Salvador Garcia. You get on the board, and Los Obispos, it's your turn. So Alexis or Alejandra, will one of you spin the wheel for us, please?
Good spin.
And this time the wheel will come to rest in the science.
Oh, science.
One more time.
We're going to run out of science questions for this.
It could
Here we
happen.
go. Here's a question. Which is not an example of a chemical change? Which is not an example of a chemical change? A, digesting food due to saliva and acid. B, fruit oxidizing due to exposure to air. C, burning coal due to extreme heat. Or D, molding clay due to applied force. Molding clay due to applied force. Okay, the question is, what is not an example of a chemical change?
Letter D.
Letter D, molding clay due to applied force. Correct. That is correct.
All right, good job there, guys. You earned the 5 points. Salvador Garcia Middle School, it's your turn. So Luis or Maria, will somebody spin that wheel for us, please?
Another great spin.
And
Math question.
this time the wheel lands in the math subject area.
There you go. Here's a question. Jared wants to buy a used car for $10,000. He can take a 5-year loan at 10% interest. Which is the most reasonable amount for Jared's monthly payments? A, $150. B, $220. C, $300. or D, $370? Jared wants to buy a used car for $10,000. He can take a 5-year loan at 10% interest. Which is the most reasonable amount for Jared's monthly payment?
And this is a math question for our students from Salvador Garcia Middle School. They can earn 5 points by answering correctly. Otherwise, our students from Los Obispos Middle School will get a chance to answer the question and possibly earn the points. And then just to repeat one more time, Jared wants to buy a used car for $10,000. He can take a 5-year loan at 10% interest, which is the most reasonable amount for Jared's monthly payments. And you see the choices before you, students. A is $150, B is $220, C is $300, and D is $370. And our students have up to a minute to answer the question, and once they hear the bell, they'll have to give us an answer, ready or not, so they can give us their best guess. And if they answer correctly, they can earn the 5 points. Otherwise, our students from Los Obispos get the points, or get to answer the question, excuse me. Salvador Garcia, you have to give us an answer right now, please. So what's your answer, please? Maria or?
It's B.
B, $220 is correct.
So,
congratulations.
Good job, Salvador Garcia Middle School.
For life.
Very good.
Skills.
And Los Obispos Middle School, it's your turn at the wheel. So Alexis, give us a good spin, please. And this turn will land in the language arts subject area. Our first one of the day.
First one of the day. Here we go. Here's a question. The word about is an example of a, letter A noun, B, a verb, C, a preposition, or D, a pronoun. The word about is an example of A, noun, B, a verb, C, a preposition, or D, a pronoun.
And this language arts question is for our students from Los Obispos Middle School. They can earn 5 points by answering correctly. Otherwise, our students from Salvador Garcia get a chance to answer the question and possibly earn the points. And whenever you're ready, guys.
Letter C.
Letter C, preposition, is correct.
All right. Good job, guys. You earned the 5 points. It's time now for a quick break, so we'll be right back after these messages. And welcome back. You're watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of the best and brightest students here at United ISD. And today we have students from Salvador Garcia Middle School. and Los Obispos Middle School. And my guest host today is Mr. Joe Almazan, Director of Attendance here at United ISD. And Mr. Almazan, I believe you have a question you wanted to ask our students.
Yeah, just tell me a little bit. I know that you're interested in going to college. I would like to know from each of the contestants today what college and what would you like to study? Let's start off with Luis.
I would like to go to Texas A&M University.
Oh, great. And study?
Architecture.
Architecture. Very good. How about you, Maria?
I'd like to go to Cambridge and study to be an author.
The Cambridge Institute and be an author. That's fantastic. You have some writings already, right? We're going to be hearing from you very soon. And Alejandra?
I want to go to an art institute to study fine arts.
Fine arts. Okay, and I heard that you're a great painter or
Yes.
an artist already. Great. And how about you, sir?
I want to go to Texas A&M and study cardiology.
Cardiology. You like that? Very well. Very good. Outstanding students, and I know you're going to do excellent in high school, and I know you're going to do wonderful in college. Okay?
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Almazan. And let's go ahead and resume play. Salvador Garcia Middle School, it's your turn. So Luis or Maria, will one of you spin the wheel for us, please? And make sure it goes around at least once. There we go. And our students from Salvador Garcia have a language arts question to study or to answer.
Here's a question. The word attitude is an example of what kind of noun? The word attitude is an example of what kind of noun? And the possible answers are A, possessive noun, B, concrete noun, C, abstract noun, or D, compound noun. The word attitude is an example of what kind of noun? Possessive, concrete, abstract, or compound?
It's A.
Letter A, possessive noun is...
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Los Obispos Middle School, do you have an answer for us, please?
B.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Mr. Almazan,
Yeah, the
tell us
correct word is
answer.
abstract.
So the answer we were looking for was letter C, abstract noun. So no points on this round, but good try, everybody. And Los Obispos Middle School, it's your turn at the wheel. So Alejandra or Alexis, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And our wheel comes to rest in the language arts subject area.
Go.
All right.
And the question is, connecting bits of information to make a logical guess by drawing conclusions, making generalizations, and making predictions. Is the possible answers inferences, B, drawing conclusions, or C, imagery? Again, the question is connecting bits of information to make a logical guess by drawing conclusions, making generalizations, and making predictions. Inferences, drawing conclusions, or C, imagery? A, influences? Inferences is correct.
All right. Good job, Los Obispos and Salvador Garcia Middle School. It's your turn. So, Maria, give us a spin that wheel for us, please. And Maria gives us a good spin, and it comes to rest eventually in the language arts
again.
One more time.
All right. Here's the question.
Copy.
The process of defining an unknown word by breaking it down into parts is called A, context analysis, B, structural analysis, or C, clue analysis. The question again is, the process of defining an unknown word by breaking it down into parts is called A, context analysis, B, structural analysis, or C, clue analysis.
And this is a language arts question
It's
for
B.
us. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Los Obispos Middle School, you have a chance to earn some points here. Do you have an answer for us?
A.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Mr. Almazan,
Yes,
can
the
you tell us
correct,
the answer?
answer is C, clue analysis.
So,
Okay.
process of defining an unknown word by breaking it down into parts. Okay, very good. No points here, but good try, everybody. And Los Obispos, it's your turn once again. So, Alejandra or Alexis, spin that wheel for us, please. And this time our wheel comes to rest. And
Wild turn.
First one of the day.
I believe this is double the points.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And this one's coming from the math
The
subject
math.
area.
Okay.
It's your copy and your copy.
Here's a question. A class is drawing maps of the 7 continents to display on the school lobby. The main wall in the lobby has room for 3 maps. How many combinations of maps are possible for that location? A. 10 combinations. B. 21 combinations. C. 30 combinations. Or D. 35 combinations. Again, the question is, the class is drawing maps of the 7 continents to display in the school lobby. The main wall in the lobby has room for 3 maps. How many combinations of maps are possible for that location?
And of course your choices again are A, 10, B, 21, C, 30, or D, 35 combinations. This is a wild turn question for our students from Los Obispos Middle School. It's worth 10 points if they can answer correctly, and it comes from the math subject area, so math is my weak point, so I'm not too good at these kind of questions. And of course, just to repeat, our students can answer 10 points by answering correctly.
Okay, one more time. The question is, the class is drawing maps of the 7 continents to display on the school lobby. The main wall in the lobby has room for 3 maps. How many combinations of maps are possible for that location?
Okay, Los Obispos, you have to give us an answer, please. So, what is your answer?
B.
B as in
Boy?
21?
Sorry, sir, that's
Yes,
incorrect.
correct.
Salvador Garcia Middle School, you have a chance to earn 10 points here if you can answer correctly.
It's C.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect.
The correct answer is 35 combinations.
That would be letter D.
Letter D.
So no points on this round, but good try, everyone. And Salvador Garcia, it's your turn at the wheel. So Luisa, spin that wheel for us, please. And our wheel comes to rest in the science category. All right.
And here's the question.
That's your copy.
What is the relationship between the ocean and hurricanes? What is the relationship between the ocean and hurricanes? Possible answers are A. The ocean provides the rotating column of air. B. Salinity of water initiates formation of hurricanes. C. Tides move the hurricanes onto land. Or D. Warm ocean waters provide energy for the hurricanes. Again, the question is, what is the relationship between the ocean and hurricanes?
There's questions for our students from Salvador Garcia Middle School, and they have up to a minute to answer the question. However, once they...
D.
D?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct. Warm oceans waters provide energy for the hurricanes, and we have hurricane season coming up pretty soon.
Yes, sir. So very good, Salvador Garcia Middle School and Los Obispos. It's your turn once again. So Alexis or Alejandra, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And our wheel will come to rest in the wild turn
Another
category.
wild turn. All right, and this category is on science.
Okay.
Here's the question. The deer population has decreased noticeably in the past 10 years. Which of the following is a reasonable hypothesis for this population decline? A. Competition for food has decreased among deer. Abnormal weather conditions have increased water levels of the local ponds. C. An organism that relies on similar food sources has migrated into the area. Or D. The deer's main predator has been eliminated by human overhunting. Again, this is a science question. The deer population has decreased noticeably in the past 10 years. Which of the following is a reasonable hypothesis for this population decline?
And students, do you have an answer for us?
C.
C. An organism that relies on similar food sources has migrated into the area is correct.
So good job, Los Obispos. You earned the 10 points by answering that one. It's time now for a break, so let's go ahead and take one, and we'll be right back.
United ISD students and staff are committed to cutting district energy costs.
That means more money for instruction.
Reprogramming schools and office thermostats and purchasing energy-efficient equipment helps reduce costs.
Just turning off the lights in one classroom when not in use can save $50 per year.
Times 2,198 classrooms in UISD.
That's a lot of extra money to help educate our students.
Join UISD in saving energy and money.
Welcome to the Imaginarium.
Wow, this is awesome. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a veterinarian.
Those are both great career goals. And in order to reach your goals, it's important to study hard and focus on science, technology, engineering, and math courses. Did you know that the top 20 paying jobs in the U.S. require a strong background in STEM education?
STEM equals success.
It's school time, and let's keep Laredo's children safe by following these important safety tips when driving through school zones.
Slow down to 20 miles per hour and be extra careful when driving near schools. State law prohibits the use of cell phones in school zones. If you see a school bus with flashing lights, remember to stop until the bus resumes motion.
Failure to heed these warnings could result in fines or jail time. By staying alert and obeying all traffic laws, we can keep our kids safe.
And welcome back. You've been watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of the best and brightest students here at United ISD. Of course, we'd like to take time to thank our students from Los Obispos Middle School and also our students from Salvador Garcia Middle School for joining us today and being such good sports. And also, I'd like to take some time to thank our guest host today, Mr. Joe Almazan, Director of Attendance here at United ISD. And Mr. Almazan, can you just tell me, what did you think of our show today?
I think it was great, fantastic. It's a great medium to discover the talent that we have here at United ISD. Want to wish all the contestants today best of luck next year as they enter high school, as well as they go on to their future endeavors and go into the university.
Very good. Well, thank you, sir, for joining us. And of course, I'd like to remind everyone that Knowledge for College is a production of the United ISD ITV department. And of course, we'd also like to take some time to thank some of the sponsors who provide prizes for our students. Chick-fil-A at Mall del Norte, Chick-fil-A at Bob Bullock Loop, Montana Mike's, Sonic, America's Drive-In, CC's Pizza, Chuck E. Cheese's, Subway's, and Great American Cookies, and also McDonald's of Laredo. And of course, with that, everybody, let's go ahead and say goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.